All right, changing the course of action, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani is now calling for the release of unarmed and innocent protesters. The 2-week-long protest over hikes in gas prices has become the bloodiest since the 1979 revolution, with at least 100 deaths and thousands arrested. Here now is Peter Brookes from the Heritage Foundation. I mean, first of all, what do we really know about what's going on inside Iran right now? And what do you think of this response now after they've slaughtered so many of their people?
Well, look, Melissa, they're trying to look conciliatory, right? I mean, they don't want this to spin out of control. It's caused tremendous tensions internally. Maybe 200 people have died. Thousands have been arrested. Who knows what the real numbers are? They're also trying to look appropriate towards external forces, such as in Europe. As you know, the Europeans are trying to work around American sanctions using this Instex system that would allow the Iranians to barter for selling oil. So there is a lot of audiences that the supreme leader is trying to appeal to. Once again, trying to get calm within the country because it could spin out of control. And
let me stop you right there, though, because you're next to pictures of things bursting into flames and people being beaten. And so the idea that they're trying to keep it from spinning out of control, it looks very much out of control.
Yes, I agree with you, but they're trying to, instead of getting it worse or make the situation worse, they're trying to say, well, don't protest, don't go to the streets. We're going to let people go. So I think they're trying to look conciliatory. Whether they're effective at it, that's a whole other story. But Melissa, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to calm the situation because it could certainly get worse, and could go. The thing that the Iranian leadership worries most about is a counter-revolution to what they did in 1979.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's what really the sanctions are meant to provoke, to make the people rise up against these dictators. So it's working in a sense, but wow. I mean, a lot of bloodshed.
Well, Melissa, I would disagree a little bit. The maximum pressure campaign is to get the Iranians to come to the table about their nuclear program, about their ballistic missile program, about their bad international behavior. That's what it's about. The effect that it's having in Iran is, that's part of the internal tensions that we're seeing.
I guess, but to follow that logic, you would have to believe that if they came to the table, they're doing it as honest actors, that they're saying, no, we're not going to fund terror, and we're not going to continue to, we've changed our ways, and that their ultimate goal will always be to kill all of us. So, that I don't know that anything but regime change would ever change what is that country's outlook and behavior in the long run. But that's for another time. Let me ask you really quick. The holiday greeting card from North Korea. Kim Jong-un is back on his white horse. He warns Washington to prepare for, quote, a Christmas gift, saying the content of the so-called gift will depend on the outcome of the stalling nuclear talks. Do you think he's ever ridden a horse?
I see him there in those pictures. Photoshop works, right?
Yeah.
No, this is about developing the cult of personality. These pictures were taken at Mount Paektu, which is the spiritual home of the Korean people, both North and South Korea. So it's a very important place. There's mythology about his grandfather having fought the Japanese there, all sorts of things. So this is very symbolic. It's also to inspire revolutionary zeal, things like that, because things are very tough in North Korea. But the Christmas gift is, it could be, they could do a nuclear test. They could do a long-range missile test, which are things that they've put on the back burner while talks are going on.
Peter, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
There's a hole-in-one almost every time he plays golf.
That's true.